I don't mean to brag, friends, but I may be a Tamagotchi world record holder, so when Jaiden Animations says she's playing weird virtual pet games, I think it's right up my alley. You know I'm going to check it out. Let's get into it. Welcome back, friends, and a special welcome to all the new friends out there. I'm YoBGS, and when I said I have a Tamagotchi world record, I think that's because I have probably killed more Tamagotchis than anyone on the planet. I had some Furbies that didn't really end well either, but when Jaiden Animations says she's playing weird virtual pet games, it brought up all these memories of all these goofy pet things we used to have, so I want to check that out. And if you want to check out my stream, by the way, I am live as you're seeing this, twitch.tv/YoBGS. I'm doing some live reactions. You can stop by. By the way, just a little thing, I've heard that subscribing to this channel can make you up to 80% more hype, so you might want to check and see if you're subscribed, especially if you are digging the videos. Now, I see we've got a Furby, we've got a, what are those robo dogs? Is that like an Aibo? One of the robo dogs. What else we got here?
Virtual pet games have been around since when people figured out how to make games that weren't Pong.
Okay, Pac-Chow and the Pac-Man was adorable.
Tamagotchi, Nintendogs, Webkins, Robo Sapien, you name it. And it makes sense. Kids love pets, and parents love not giving their children actual living, breathing animals that'll eventually die and send their child into a spiraling depression for at least 3 days.
Where did that come from? That was so real. And I mean, it's kind of true. Like, I remember my folks coming to tell me when our dog was no longer with us, went to the farm, and it was actually while I was in the middle of playing Mortal Kombat. I was in like hour 16 of a Mortal Kombat marathon. I honestly think it's because most parents get animals as like a test for a kid, and if the animal lives, then they decide to try having children, and that's why so many of us grew up with older pets in the house. But that may just be me.
It's a win-win for everyone. In 2004, my parents gave me a Nintendo DS along with 2 games to go with it. Animal Crossing Wild World and Nintendogs. They already gave me a real dog at that point, but this was good for stopping me before I started trying to ask for another, because boy did I not take care of the first one.
That's always the way, though. If you have an animal, it's because your parents actually wanted an animal. Although there are a lot of those memes of like people who come home with cats and their dog, or you know, and their dad doesn't really want the cat in the home, but then like the dad grows more attached to the cat than anyone else, although they will never admit it, but that is the fact. Dads love the cats. They just rarely ever actually say that when anyone's around.
I actually still have the exact same save file as when I first got the game. This is Star, my first ever Nintendog. I don't know why I named her Star, especially since the shape on her stomach is a heart. Anyway, her stats are maxed out. She can walk longer than any of my other dogs. I was gonna show you, but then I do not think that we just went on a walk. I haven't seen these dogs in 12 years, and she's the champion of agility training. Or at least she was, until I tried to do a contest like the good old days, made a fool of myself, and got my dog bullied by the judges.
What happened?
Named after my
That's awful. As somebody who didn't play Nintendogs, that's like horrible. It's like some sort of weird, well, it is kind of like Pokemon, but the fact that your dog can get bullied after decades of not using the dog, like let the poor thing hang out. It's earned its retirement at this point.
Childhood dog who is very dead now. Oh, there's Scruffy. I know you haven't had human interaction in like 6 years because you're dead, but give me some space, will ya?
Aw. Again, another dark. Why do Jaiden videos always have these like dark turns? And also, it's interesting how Jaiden is like such a completionist with things, like with Cookie Mama, you know, getting all golds, and then with this, obviously the pets having maxed out stats. I played games for like 5 minutes, and then I would always start a new file.
The other dogs mean nothing to me. I also wanted to show off my Peach Cart toy. I loved this thing as a kid and thought it was super rare, which I actually think maybe isn't because I have 2. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about Nintendogs. I'm here because I found a bunch.
We gotta go back. We gotta see the games on the shelf here.
Maybe isn't because I have 2. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about
actually good games. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, Katamari Damacy, Sekiro. We've got Breath of the Wild, Monster Hunter. Then we've got Dark Souls Platinum, Scrimmy Bingus. What is Scrimmy? Let me know in the comments down below if you know what Scrimmy Bingus is. We've got Hollow Knight, Minecraft, Kirby Superstar. Excellent. Very underrated game, by the way. Looks like Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, Nuts and Bolts. Solid selections here. I'm very I very much like these.
Nintendogs. I'm here because I found a bunch of very strange virtual pet games that are not Nintendogs that I want to show you. First up, we've got Hamsterz Life with a Z. And I got these games from eBay, and it looks like someone else's hamsters on here.
No! Jaiden, how can you? What? No! Remember the fond memories that you just had with your... You just had fond memories with your Nintendog, and then you just took someone else's pet and yeeted it into the garbage can. What happened?
Anyway, oh no, it's one of these games. So I was going through the selection of hamsters, and I stumble onto this. The cutie hamster. This is quite possibly one of the ugliest hamsters I've ever seen in my entire life. The cute little icon compared to the actual hamster is astounding. It got worse. It looks like an elder, so
it's a fixer-upper.
Grandpa. Oh, Grandpa wants to play a memory game.
Poor Gramps. This is just reminding me of Hamtaro and the dancing hamsters.
Oh, no. So you can pet your hamster, feed it, clean the mass amounts of black mold growing in its cage. Hold it with your creepy hand. You can even take him out of the cage and hold it. All right, I think I'm done for now.
Is this just Walmart Nintendogs? Again, if you had Hamster's Rule for Life or whatever the game was, let me know in the comments. Is this just discount Nintendogs?
You can also give it toys to play with. Oh, cage is too small. So, Hamsterz Life with a Z was as to be expected. Sure, some of the execution was a bit unexpected.
They caught it though.
But nothing out of the ordinary.
What was wrong with that?
Until, what do you say when you turn around, you see a cat, and your heart almost stops? What? I thought you just play little mini games with your hamster and feed them seeds and stuff, but apparently they start learning English. You can talk to them and they'll respond, but you can only say the options the game is provided. Yes, the only phrases a human would ever need. Good evening, come on, and I'm sad. But sometimes the hamster will personally ask how to convey emotions. My friend went away. How should I express these feelings?
Oh, come on. And then the options were I'm sad, I'm happy, and long time no see. This is like some sort of weird experiment.
What should I say when I only have one sunflower seed left?
Why is the answer always I'm sad? What is going on here? Why is the answer always... I mean, I guess you could say done eating, or maybe that was surprising. That's happened to me before. You order food at a restaurant, it comes, and then by the time you're done, that was surprising. I apparently ate the whole thing, but I don't really like this.
Guys, I taught my hamster how to be sad, and now I think he's depressed. But it's okay, because 42 hours in, Grandpa now has a cowboy hat and an entire roller coaster. Next up is Parrot Pals. I was excited about this one because, I have my own Parrot Pal.
Yo, shout out to Ari. She spent 43 hours. 43 hours on Hamsters. That's an entire 2 days of Jaiden's life dedicated to Hamsters R Us.
You boot up the game and... You know what? It's not wrong. I picked out my large bird and named him Large, and now I have option...
By the way, can we get a crossover spectacular between Jontron and Josh, his bird, and Jaiden and Ari? I feel like, but the two of them, their bird YouTuber powers combined would rival the sun in terms of brightness.
On how to interact with them. Care, which is...
Jacques, not Josh. I don't know why I said Josh.
The typical feeding, cage cleanup, bathing. Watching, which is just letting him outside and watching him. You can't interact with your bird while you're watching him. You just sit there and watch him. I mean... I don't know what I expected. And play, which is the minigames. Can't be a virtual pet game without the minigames. There's dribbling, made you look, and tug of war. And I was immediately intrigued by tug of war because I don't know if you know this, but this is what tug of war looks like with a bird. Turns out you have to withhold your strength and not knock over the flag in the middle, which is less exciting if I'm gonna be completely honest. Also, this is what dribbling looks like. It's just keep away with the bird.
I mean, that's adorable, though. If the bird looked like something a little bit better than, one of those robotic... it looks like the bird's a wind-up toy. One of the ones that you wind the back of and then it right away. But, in concept, this was supposed to be a good game. I'm chalking this up to ran out of budget, ran out of time, never had either and just didn't care about
to
it.
Show you what it looked like. Anyway, you can actually talk to your bird and it'll try to have a conversation. Hello, bird.
I don't like you.
What?
All right, so let me show you the Amazon review that single-handedly made me decide I have to buy this game. Sarah says, 1 star. Within the first 5 minutes, my daughter struggled to get the speak and repeat to work. And when it did work, the bird kept telling her over and over, I dislike you, until she cried. Need I say more? Also, it was literally like $2. A bit into the game, you unlock training, which lets you teach your bird tricks and phrases to repeat. I was confused on why the game was telling me
That bird just used rollout. I just noticed that.
to teach the bird random phrases like, washed up by the river, there was an old man, and Ogre Island. But then I realized I had to teach the bird this entire 20-phrase-long story.
Once upon a time, there was an old man and an old lady. One day, the old lady was washing up by the river, and along came, rolling down the river. She picked it up and carried it home. When she opened it, out came a baby boy. She named him Robin. When Robin grew up, he went with his 3 little friends to Ogre Island. By working together, they got rid of the ogre, and they lived happily ever after.
I'm not going to tell you how long it took to get him to learn all that, but just know it was more than I would have committed to if I wasn't monetizing it for content.
That is... Okay, please don't ask me any reading comprehension questions because I just completely, broke. An old woman washed up on Ogre Island, and that's where she found things? Was on Ogre Island. You know what? It's a talking bird. I feel like that is about par for the
Large
course.
just starts going off with the free speech.
Today I'm feeling alone. Thanks for giving peace.
What?
Not try again.
What?
You worked really hard.
I tell you how long it took to get him to learn all
No
If
way.
I wasn't monetizing it. Went off with the free speech.
Today I'm feeling alone. Thanks for giving peace. You not try again. You worked really hard.
I gotta believe the last one is you worked really hard.
I didn't teach him any of that. Why is he saying these things? After you teach the bird every single trick and repeatable phrase he can learn, contests open up. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I'm probably the first person in the world who has actually unlocked contests and Parrot Pals.
Please tell me you counted this as a speed run. Please tell me there was a timer running of
I
some
entered Large
kind.
into the beginner contest and won, probably because he was the only participant. So you win the beginner contest and you'd expect your rank to go up to, I don't know, intermediate contest or maybe even advanced contest. No, you rank up from beginner to novice. What's next after that? Just starting out? It's master? You go from beginner to novice to master.
I mean, first of all, that is an awesome Ari-looking bird. Second of all, Jaiden looks pissed. What? It's so smacks to me of running out of time, right? Yeah, we'll have these 7 difficulty levels: the beginner, novice, like belts and karate and all this kind of stuff. And then they ran out of time. Like, the game comes out tomorrow. Did you put those different ranked levels in? And they're like, no. So I guess we'll just have to jump straight to master. And
Now, the game you've all been waiting for.
what do we got?
You know them, you love them, Monkeyz.
Petz, Monkeyz House. Okay, Petz, if memory serves, Petz was like, you remember Bratz? Like, there was the Bratz dolls, and then the Bratz dolls came out with a series of, doll animals, and I think that was where the Petz franchise came from, but I don't even want to know what this game, the features, I guess you'd call them features.
With a Z, obviously. A game where you adopt, take home, and play with monkeys. You start off
could
at
go
an
wrong?
adoption center where you can pet the 3 monkeys they have out in their backyard to see which one you want to take home. Well, hey there, buddy. What's your... Oh, God! I mean, how can I say no to a face like that? I named him Champ, and now we just go home, I guess. Look at him go. Welcome home, little man. Don't touch that. I was
Seriously?
in the middle of trying to figure out what a single one of these menu icons meant.
Well, we got the book, which I'm guessing is learning things. We've got the paper, which is probably clean up dirty. We've got the key, who knows? The camera, take pictures, settings, and then leave. Leave is the only option you should ever need.
And Champ decided to just go out and help himself to the kitchen.
It means the monkey
yeah,
leave.
I guess monkeys would be able to do that. But I sure didn't expect it. Also, holy crap, I totally thought Champ was a boy at first. But turns out I was just confused because they colored the female gender
Yeah, I
icon
saw
of the
that
monkey
too.
blue. So there Champ is, in the kitchen, hanging out. I'm just realizing there's just a straight up monkey in my house. After a little bit of petting and taking care of your monkey, a little heart gauge goes up. And when you get all 3 hearts, your monkey will grow up.
So you basically, you've got a Simisage? Is that what happened here? The Panpour leveled up, or I mean, basically there's evolution in this game. That's what we're looking at here.
This is uncanny. This monkey is now taller than the kitchen countertops. Go out and take a look at the counters in your kitchen right now and really just take in how big of a monkey that is. Am I the only one that is feeling very weird about this? There's no doubt in my mind. This monkey could absolutely kill me if it wanted to.
You're raising King Kong. Let's see, it was just offering you part of a banana. But I guess the goal of this game is to raise King Kong. If it kidnapped Jaiden and runs to the Chrysler building, that would be remarkable.
I bought another monkey. You can go out to the park with your monkeys and play with just some random other monkey that's there. There's
Where
also
would you live that
Nintendog's
this would be a
agility training,
thing?
but for monkeys, and Nintendog's bath time, but for monkeys, and Nintendog's frisbee toy, but for monkeys. But you know what this game has that Nintendog's doesn't? Human clothes. I put this sweater on Champ because, I don't know, I think now it feels like I have an actual just hairy person. Then I bought another monkey. There are 3 monkeys in my house and they all have...
Why does Jaiden do this to herself? Why, whenever, like, Jaiden is at the point where any normal, and anybody would, like, close up their DS, maybe take the game out, maybe throw the game across the room, flush it down the toilet, see if it's actually worth a lot of money on eBay or something. She decides at that point she has to 100% the game. And that face, I'm going to be seeing that face in my nightmares. But Jaiden, again, going for the 100% strats
various
here.
styles of clothes on. Then, this happened.
Baby monkey? Lil Man
I think
and Champ
out of
had a
all
baby.
the virtual pet games out there, the fact that the monkeys can have babies makes me the most uncomfortable. Overall, this game is...
What? We've got staring at the wall, lost head, running backwards, and having babies.
very jank. You can throw the bowl of water and the water just does this. Monkeys will get stuck in the walls. When you enter a new room, for a few frames, you can catch all the monkeys T-posing, but I'd expect nothing less from Petz Monkeyz House with a Z. I knew what I was getting into with this game. Have you seen the back of the box art?
Whoa! Okay, I'm going back. We're looking at the back of the box.
Have you seen...
Every Monkeyz is spelled with a Z. Assurance is not spelled with a Z. It's not the Nintendo seal of approval. Let's see. It's not booklets with a Z. That is DS multi-card wireless connection. Requires games, one game card per player. I don't think you're ever going to get two people with monkeys in the
back
same
of the box art. There's
corner
not
of the
much else
world.
To say, overall, I enjoyed virtual pet games as a kid, and I'm sure a lot of people think back fondly on their virtual pets as well. It's just funny how Nintendo started this huge trend, and all these other game companies started scrambling to throw together their own Nintendogs to cash in on poor, unassuming children.
But realistically, like, why do we need Mother 3? Why do we need a spiritual, or why do we need the actual successor to Earthbound if we can have pets with a Z? And honestly, I think nowadays the mobile game craze has sort of spoiled us, right? because how many apps are there now where you can take care of a virtual pet? And honestly, all of them probably are more fully featured and detailed than Monkeyz certainly is. But back in the day when this was all we had, you kind of had to make do with it. And as a parent, what better time waster to give your kid than a game that doesn't have an ending, right? You just keep raising them forever. That's parents who care about replay value. That's the important part.
Grandparents. But again,
or grandparents. You're right, Jaiden.
now we've got such a wide variety of content, and I unironically love it. Hi, hope you're all having a good year so far.
That's so interesting to me, by the way, that the Jaiden things look like another certain someone here. They kind of have the same, but then again, I guess everyone has a
Stars,
blob
don't
body,
forget,
you know?
I took a break at the beginning of the year, so yeah, it happens. Anyway, I don't think I have much to say here, so I guess this is gonna be a short end card this time.
But still, shout-outs to everybody that was a part of the team, you know? Everyone who helps make these come to life, because, I don't know, it would be very easy, I think, to just be able to say, hey, these games are bad, laugh at these games because they're bad. But for Jaiden to find the things that she, like, unironically loves about bad games, I mean, again, look behind me. You don't get this without having some bad games that you unironically tend to enjoy. So that was kind of a breath of fresh air. I don't know, a little bit of optimism, I guess you would say. But that is going to do it for me for today, for this video. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. You can stop by my stream, twitch.tv/YoBGS. Take care, and I will see you for the Salty Runback.